Something a little different today. I picked this shop brake attachment up from Harbor Freight, and it's something I could have used in the years past, and something I'll definitely use. And they just started selling these, and it's only 12 inches wide, but like I say, I usually don't bend anything wider than that. But let's see what it says here. It says you can attach it to most 12 or 20 ton hydraulic shop presses. I think mine is 25 or 30, so we shouldn't have any problem there. And it says it'll bend mild steel and aluminum up 12 inches long by 3/8 of an inch thick. I'm looking at it through a little screen here, that's why I seen 38. It's 3/8 thick, which is actually pretty thick. I usually don't work with anything over a 1/4 inch. But anyway, let's open it up and see what we got. Alright, put you up on a tripod there, way up in the air, and hopefully you can see what we're doing here. Alright, if you can't see something, let me know. Alright, instructions. Let's actually, this should be pretty explanatory, self-explanatory. Alright, this here's going to be a little tough. Hold on. This thing weighs about, I'd say a good 40 pounds. 35, 40 pounds. I might even have to turn upside down here. It's stuffed in there pretty good. Here we go. It's funny, this thing's all solid steel, and they double boxed it. But then if you order something fragile, they put it in a box that bounces around. Alright, this looks like the top here. You still with me? You guys still with me? Only double boxed, triple boxed. There we go. Put that off to the side. Get rid of all the cardboard here. Wow, they really packed this well. Alright. Here's the V-block for it. I almost threw this on the ground. This is part of the mechanism there. Right, let me put this here. Okay. This is the bottom plate. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. I'm working alone here, so forgive me. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is put some gloves on, because this is all greased up, all oiled up, and I'm working out of my garage here in my house, and it's easier to put gloves on, and when you're working on something greasy and stuff like that, and if the phone rings, just rip the gloves off. You know, I get a lot of grease sometimes. You know, we wear gloves for, you know, this is my house. It's not a garage or a body shop or whatever. You know, I don't need to be touching the telephone and the doorknobs and everything with greasy hands. So let me get some gloves, and then we'll continue tearing this apart. Alright, I put a little piece of paper down. You know, I do a lot of painting and body work and stuff in this garage, and you know, oil and paint just don't mix. You know, I mean, you get this stuff, it transfers to everything, and it'll mess up a paint job in no time. So. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, these are just the supports, the guide posts. But this stuff, you know, they oil it down and grease it down in transit so it doesn't rust up. Now, let's see, wow, this stuff is all heavy. Yeah, look, it's big. I don't know if you guys can see a big puddle of oil right here, grease or whatever. And which is good, you know, but like I say, we don't need it in here. You see, even just laying this down here, you can see how it's picking up grease on there. And even this, look, that's all soaked, oil soaked. Alright, so let me get this out of the way for now. Let's see what's in here. You guys still on view? Alright. This looks like it must be the top. Alright. Well, first off, I got to tell you, they did a great job of shipping this and packing it. You know, real hard cardboard and stuff, and put it in here real tight so not to damage it. And like I say, this is solid steel. This piece here is that's a half inch thick steel. You know, so I don't know how much you're going to damage that, but they did a great job with that. And here's all your hardware. Not much of it, but it's there. So, all right, let me degrease all this stuff and clean this up. You know, they do that to keep it from rusting in transit and stuff, and I don't have any trouble with rust or condensation in this garage. You know, it's pretty much climate controlled. You know, the coldest it gets in here is 50 degrees. So in the 42 years I've been in this place, I've never had a rust problem or condensation. So let me degrease all this and clean it up, and then we'll put it together. How's that sound? Alright, got it all cleaned up, and before we put it together, let's talk about this for a little bit. The workmanship on this is excellent. You know, these pieces here, these machine pieces and everything, all the edges are filed down nice. There's not a sharp edge on this thing. Even the drill holes and everything are all deburred with a slight countersink. The whole thing's perfect. The welds, all the welds here are good penetration, beautiful, no splatter, no nothing. Excellent on that. And even the edge, that's the only sharp piece on the thing is a blade, and that really don't have to be that sharp, but they made it sharp anyway. So gotta give the Chinese kid that did all the deburring and filing on this, give him props. Even all these, you know, I don't know if you can see it, you know, but every single one of them, and the edge. Let me see if I can turn this over so you can see it on the edge. Every edge is beautiful. Like I say, I got no complaints about that. Everything's all machine perfect, and they even give you tools to put it together. It looks like a 8mm Allen wrench and a 6. You know, that's to tighten the top down there, and these here to hold the thing together. All right, let's take a look at what this thing costs and the item number. Here's the item number right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's 7092. No. 70952, and here's the bill. Right? In the end, it costs you 120 bucks. Starts out 160, and then you get your 25% discount if you got your coupon, and then tax. Nothing you can do about that. In Jersey here, it's 6.625, so it's almost $8 in tax, and that's it. Out the door, 128 bucks. You know, I'm okay with that. So let's put this thing together and see how it looks. Alright, let me get a seat here. Put some glasses on here. They tell you to, you know, like I say, it's pretty basic. You really don't need instructions, but they give them to you anyway. And they tell you to put this metal thing on first, this big, hunk of plate here. I'm going to pull it over the side here and see if I can find a hole. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. They tell you to tighten it, but I put enough stuff together to know that you don't. Look at it. Right? This thing's got to fit in there perfect, so I put enough stuff together to know that you don't tighten it all down till you're about ready. Got it. I got it. I found the hole. Okay. You see that? They tell you to tighten it. How do you know where to tighten it? It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright. Now they tell you to put these on. These here are actually 19mm nuts, but I found my 3/4 socket actually fits better than the 19mm, so we're going to go with it. Alright, even this, I'm not gonna tighten that down till we got everything together. Man, this thing is heavy. Whew. I don't know if it's heavy or I'm just getting too old for this. Probably a little bit of both, huh? I can't see the camera from where I'm at. I don't know if I'm in the frame or not, so I think we're pretty close. I'm working off the edge of the table here. I guess I could have moved the camera for you guys, but alright, now they tell you to put the springs on, but before I put the springs on, I'm gonna put this piece on. You know what they could have done? They could have put this lettering a little. They tell you not to remove this thing. They could have made that lettering a lot bigger. Another thing they did is inside these holes here is they actually greased. So I didn't take that out. I didn't remove that grease. Let's see what happens here. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at all the grease. Look at all the grease that came out. You guys see that? Oh my God. Alright. So now I'm happy with where everything's at. So I'm going to tighten it all down. And then I'm going to turn these back on because I'll be flipping and flopping this thing around. So, alright. Also, here's what the name of this thing is if you guys are looking for it. Can you see that? Alright. And I'm going to tighten this down. And then we'll take it off and then put the springs on. Alright. Alright. We got it all put together. And this here just sits on top of there. On top of the springs. So don't grab this and walk with it. It'll fall on your foot, break your toe. But anyway, before I put the springs on there, remember I had it down, so I was tightening it up. It was really tight to get off, so I had to knock it up with a piece of wood. And then once it got to a certain point, you know, it was nice. But so if we put it in the machine and it gets stuck down there, you might have to do that too. But you know, that's how tight this is in here. So yeah, it's springs are really heavy duty there. So let's take it over to the press, and I think I have a piece of 3/16 sitting around here, so maybe we'll just try that. You know, I hate to waste a good piece of steel on just to find out if it works. We know it works. I'll just show you how it works. Alright, we'll see you over there. Alright, I got this in here and we got it squared up. I had to put some blocks under there, so it's good thing it's only 3/16. I wouldn't do this with anything heavier or wider, but you know, I got the holes here to lift this up. And if I lift it up another one, it's too high. I put it down, it's too low. So I'm going to have to make some kind of bracket for this to sit on. Make it out of some strong angle iron or something. But anyway, alright, let's give this a whirl, see what happens. This will just give you an idea. This is a 25 ton, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 25 ton professional lift company. Yeah, this is bending it like it's nothing. The only thing I don't like about this is this press doesn't have any springs to lift this thing up. Still bending. Sometimes you have to overbend because it'll spring back a little bit. But I don't know where we're at with this one. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. Alright. These little springs are pretty good. Coming out. Okay, wow. Yeah, we overbent that quite a bit. But that's our fault, not the machine. So bends are pretty good. So that's where we're at. Like I say, you know they have little machines, little gauges that you put on here, and it'll tell you exactly how much it's bending. So maybe we'll get one of them. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. So definitely recommend that. Alright, let's go back in the garage and we'll talk a little. Alright, I brought you in here so I can show you exactly what this thing will do. Has the specs here for aluminum. You know, you can go a little thicker and wider with aluminum because it's a soft metal. But look at mild steel. You can go 3/16 thick, which I think that was. We could have went 12 inches wide. You know, we could have went the whole length. 1/4 inch, you can go half of that. You know, 6 inches wide and then 5/16 thick, 3 inches wide. And then they got stainless. And it says you can bend it up to, what's that say? Bend it up to 90 degrees. Well, we proved that wrong, right? This here looks like it's 105 degrees or 75 degrees, depending on which way you're going. You know, if you're going by the inside or the outside. So you can bend it past the 90, but I would definitely recommend it. You know, I mean, well built, and you know, works to no problem. So there you go. All right, I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.